tempo. Borghese the winner, majority decision. And in our main event, we'll get a look at the punching postman, Tony Thornton. 11 of his first 19 knockouts have come in the first 2 rounds. Thornton has 19 knockouts and 24 career victories. We'll see him up next. We now pause for a regional break.
TNT
Thornton and Leota up next on Sports Channel America. Now main event on Sports Channel America. Leota, a native of Samoa, now fighting out of Salt Lake City, 23-1 with 14 knockouts. Thornton 24-4-1 with 19 knockouts out of Glassboro, New Jersey. Sports Channel's Dick Landis takes a closer look at tonight's main event.
1989 was a disappointing year for Tony Thornton. He won just 2 of 5 fights. He seriously was going to quit the ring. But 1990 has brought new dedication and hard training to Thornton's camp. In February, he fought unorthodox Ralph Ward, who moves and hits. It was frustrating for Thornton. His patience prevailed in winning a close split decision. In May, the long-awaited fight between Thornton and tough Dave Tiberi took place here at Harrah's. Tiberi was coming on strong when Thornton caught him with a combination that cut Tiberi's eye, and he went on to win a 4th-round TKO. Tonight, he's up against Karama Leota, a fighter who is Thornton's kind of guy.
Right, we've had quite a bit of success with those type fighters, the type that like to hit and run. You know, they aren't too favorable for me. But this guy's right up my alley, like you say, and it should make for some fireworks, so wear some dark glasses.
Prediction?
Prediction KO 2.
Oh, I think I like to hear that, because he's the kind I like to fight too. He's a brawler, I'm a brawler, so what happened comes in with it, just a war.
2 stand-up kind of guys, a puncher's dream. Who will be left standing? For Thornton, it could be the end of a career if it's not him. This is Dick Landis for Sports Channel America's Pro Boxing Tour.
And Tony Thornton, the former USBA middleweight champion. 79% of his wins have come via the knockout, 19 of 24. 11 of his 19 knockouts in the first 2 rounds. We now pause for a regional break on Sports Channel America. We welcome you back to Harrah's in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Bob Papa along with Dave Bontempo. Glad you can join us. Sports Cream presents the Pro Boxing Tour on Sports Channel America. Our main event, Karama Leota against Tony Thornton in the middleweight division. Both fighters are in the ring. There is the punching postman, works as a full-time postman in Glassboro, New Jersey. And there is Karama Leota, a native of Samoa. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for tonight's main event. Thornton 3 inches taller. They both weighed in at 163 pounds. 2.5 reach advantage for Tony Thornton, and Thornton 5 years the senior of Leota. Those are the critical numbers for tonight's main event of the evening. Both fighters are ready to go. Let's see if our ring announcer, Ed Darian, is ready as well.
Sports Cream presents Sports Channel America's main event, live from Harrah's, Atlantic City, New Jersey. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 10-round middleweight bout, referee Joe Cortez. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First in the red corner, wearing the purple trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at an even 163 pounds. He has 23 wins, 1 loss, with 14 knockouts. A native of Samoa, and now residing in Salt Lake City, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Karama Leota. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the black trim. He too weighed in at an even 163 pounds. Professional record of 24 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, with 18 knockouts. The former USBA middleweight champion, and now is ranked number 7 by the IBF. From Glassboro, New Jersey, boxing fans, here is the punching postman, Tony Thornton.
All right, gentlemen, you were both giving your rules earlier. I want a good, clean fight, obey my commands, shake hands, good luck to both of you.
And let's take a look at the judges for tonight's main event. The same judges, Gene Williams, Al DeVito, and John Pajurich.
And if you were on deck for that last fight, coming in now, you'd have to be a little bit wary about leaving it to them.
Leota in the purple, Thornton in the white and black. And Leota can bang.
And he loves to fire off the left hook. We asked him at the weigh-in this morning, what's your favorite punch? Is it the left hook? He just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Tony Thornton predicting a knockout of his own. Leota fighting for the first time since last November. Look at him dig. He had a detached retina of the left eye and underwent surgery in February. Thornton answers back. Leota appears a bit hurt.
This has all the earmarks of an early fight.
Leota.
Tony knew something about Leota's endurance and the layoff and how it might have a factor coming in here. The edge in competition for Thornton really showing.
On a big right hand by Thornton. And another. And down goes Leota a second time. There's a 3 knockdown rule in the state of New Jersey. This is number 2 in round 1.
And Leota has a long way to go, and he's disoriented. He's got no clue of a fight plan here. And the percentages are with Tony Thornton to finish him here.
Thornton moving in for the kill.
Leota should have been covering up. He got a break there. He was against the ropes and almost had a knockdown call. Leota should be covering up here to try to make the clock work in his favor. He's not doing that.
He's not holding on, and Thornton is just teeing off. Leota is really on borrowed time here. He's not even answering back.
A couple shots and he could be out of this thing.
Joe Cortez, the referee, taking a close look.
He's got to try to buy some time here, and Thornton all over him. That was a big shot there.
Leota on 1 foot. Now he answers back with a left of his own.
Thornton with the intensity and really going for that knockout, pouring it on. It would be interesting to see what would happen if Leota survived, because Tony Thornton has really loaded up going for this knockout.
Leota has not even tried to tie Thornton up. He's trying to bait him. He's playing with some dangerous material. Can Leota make it to the final bell of round number 1? Remember, a fighter cannot be saved by the bell either. Blood coming out of the nose of Leota. Final 10 seconds. Will he make it? He's still not holding on. Thornton teeing off. Oh, what a big round for Tony Thornton.
Deep, all right. Deep.
Where are you, Lito?
Let me deep there. Come on. Deep.
Where are you?
Okay, listen.
Where are you?
I'm in the ring.
Where, son? What city?
Atlantic City.
What's today's date?
Excuse me?
What's today's date?
I don't know what it is.
All right, listen. Hey, all right, I don't want you taking unnecessary punishments. You keep taking punishments now.
Keep your elbows in.
27.
Listen, keep your elbows in. You hear? You keep your elbows in and keep your chin down. Yeah, and keep your hands down.
Here's the second knockdown, Dave.
Thornton signaling the end here. He gets over to the side nicely, fakes downstairs, and then he's winging in with the shots here. The left hook a prominent weapon and the right hand coming over the top.
Karama Leota. His first fight in Atlantic City, he was rocked in round number 1. We start round number 2. Thornton predict a knockout in round 2. You know, Leota was relatively composed in between rounds. He knew, they asked him where he was, he said, in the boxing ring in Atlantic City.
Leota had a slow start and therefore a very long round. He was fortunate to survive it. And he's rubbing his eye.
Oh, there's a cut. There's a cut on the left eye, and there's blood coming out of the left nostril of Leota.
What it should do is probably make him reckless and gamble everything because he's got nothing to lose.
And he goes down from an uppercut. A delayed reaction, and referee Joe Cortez stops it in round 2. So the postman's prediction is delivered.
KO two. He had it perfectly in the edging competition. Tony Thornton enjoyed showing itself. He jumped on an opponent who started quickly, and Leota has good power, but does not take a shot like the way Thornton can deliver, and he's never been in with the kind of puncher Tony Thornton is.
Well, Leota's winning streak is stopped at 23. Tony Thornton records his 8th second-round knockout of his career, his 20th knockout, and his 25th win.
Some excellent strategy. Thornton knowing that Leota came in off the big layoff, and so he jumped on an opponent figuring that Leota would start slowly, and he did. Leota just never got cranked into this fight, which for him is a shame because he is a good offensive fighter.
So Tony Thornton comes up with another knockout victory. His second knockout victory, Dave Tiberia, and then Karama Leota. Let's take a look at the knockdowns first in round number 1. There were 2 of them. Here's number 1.
Watch the big right hand by Thornton getting in there, and that's not a devastating blow, but it's in the right place, and Leota's down. He's disoriented just then. Now Thornton coming on with a combination for the second one. Leota, no match for those right hands, and one of them landing up near the temple. He goes down in a heap and was fortunate to survive the round.
So Tony Thornton getting the gloves cut off. He comes up with his 25th victory. And as we mentioned, his 8th second-round knockout.
For Tony Thornton, a good day to be in the stock market. He was right on with that prediction.
Karama Leota. We'll
This is how he did it.
Salt Lake City.
This is how Thornton ends it. The uppercut shoots Leota down there. Now, 2 of the 3 punches are one-punch knockdowns. Powerful uppercut by Tony Thornton, and that one landing from deep down ends the fight right there.
Wasn't a blistering punch. I think Leota just had enough. Here's our ring announcer, Ed Darian, with the official time of the stoppage.
From Harris, Atlantic City, New Jersey, referee Joe Cortez stops this bout at 39 seconds of the second round, and a winner by a TKO, the punching postman, Tony Thornton. And a nice round of applause for Karama Leota. Let's hear it from him.
So Tony Thornton, who said that the critics made him change his style when he was knocking people out. He tried to go to distance a bit. And then when he was going the distance, people said he wasn't knocking anyone out. He gets his 2nd straight knockout. We'll hear from the punching postman and more from Atlantic City after this time out on Sports Channel America. City, New Jersey, Bob Papa along with Dave Von Tempo. Tony Thornton gets another victory, his 20th knockout. Here with Tony Thornton is our own Dave Von Tempo. Dave?
Okay, Bob. Tony, Ali was hardly ever right with his predictions, but you were second round tonight. Talk about that premonition you had.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a premonition, Dave. It was just something I felt deep inside of me. You know, I had been working hard in the gym, and, you know, I have been underestimated for quite some time now because I had a couple, you know, losses, and people say, well, this guy is over, his career is done, not looking at the circumstances or finding out what was wrong with me, you know. So I decided to come back and prove all the critics wrong and fight the way that I used to fight. Instead of trying to satisfy the critics and go the distance, I'm, you know, going to get guys out as early as possible. I like to take a moment to thank God also.
Okay, what does that involve now when you don't satisfy the critics and you become more aggressive? What takes place?
Well, tonight is evident of what, you know, what can happen when I fight, you know, to my potential. I knew he was going to come out throwing bombs like he had in previous fights, you know, but, you know, my chin has been tested a couple of times, and, you know, I felt as though my chin was just as rugged as anyone else's out there, so I thought I could stay inside and trade with him.
How soon did his wide punches become evident to you?
From the opening bell. I was going to come right out and throw a right hand, left hook, which I did. I wasn't successful with it, you know, but like I told, you know, Dick Landis earlier, I said, wear dark glasses because there are going to be some fireworks tonight.
What went through your mind during the first knockdown? As you saw the first knockdown, what went on?
Well, I looked at him, you know, to see just how bad he was hurt, and I could see that he was just sitting there waiting for the count, trying to clear his head. So I said, well, he'll be back up, you know. And I was just trying to gather myself and, you know, think about what I was going to do as soon as he came back out.
And that was a look at some of your great footage here in the first round. Talk about you see the knockdown there, and what are you thinking here as far as finishing it off?
Well, he took a pretty good shot, and the only thing, that came to mind is hit him, try to get some clean shots in, maybe go downstairs to the body a couple times, and hit him even harder, get him out of there as quick and as efficiently as possible.
Your intensity was something there. You were onto something.
Well, I wanted this fight. I wanted this fight even more so than the Tiberi fight, him coming in 23-1, 23-0 since his first loss. And I'm saying to myself, well, who has he fought? You know what I mean? Now he's up against, somewhat of a test.
What kind of a message do you think you sent, and what do you think this will open for you?
Well, I hope I sent a very clear and positive message to anyone in the middleweight or super middleweight division willing and wanting to test their skills against mine. I'm ready. I'm back. I'm here to stay.
Okay, well, as we take a look at one more replay, Tony, this is from the end of the fight here. Talk about this is the uppercut coming up.
Right. Wesley and I had been working on the uppercut in the gym, and it was successful with a number of my sparring partners. So I thought I'd put it to use tonight. Throw the uppercut and come back with the left hook and follow through with the right hand to finish it off. But he went down before I could get the others off.
Okay, Tony, thanks a lot. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you in the future. Now back to Bob Papa.
Very efficient. Tony Thornton comes up with the victory. His 20th knockout, his 25th career win. William the Hammer Jones coming up next against Walter Green. We now pause for looking on from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Glad you could join us for this week's edition of the Pro Boxing Tour on Sports Channel America. Bob Papa, along with one David Bontempo. William the Hammer Jones up next against Walter Green.